Okay, we're here in round one. We are going to keep this hand. We don't have a white mana, and we only have 2 mana, but we do have a 2-drop, and we have some removal, so I kind of like it. I guess the Shambling Attendance is a little bit lackluster, but this deck looks like it can do some early trades, potentially with Highland Game, and possibly play, Douse and Gloom, or find some ways to fill our graveyard, basically. Alright, another land is certainly welcome. So blue, white, red. All right, Valley Dasher. So I think we're just going to trade our Highland Game for that, which seems just fine for us. It seems like Douse and Gloom is going to be good in this match as well if he is an aggressive deck. Like I can just very easily Douse and Gloom the Morph spell he plays here, if he does in fact play Morph. But yeah, I think this is fine to trade up, or just trade off here and make our Shambling Attendance cheaper. Whisk away. Put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. All right. I actually don't have too big of a problem with that. We've got the lands, so the top of our deck's not that big of a deal. It kind of ate up his... I mean, I guess it kind of ate up our draw step to a certain extent, but I don't really mind it all that much. It doesn't really put us that far behind. We have a great late game plan in this deck, so no real major issues yet. It basically cost a card in his hand to cost us a draw step, so didn't really cost us that much, I don't think. But I do like that Whisk Away card. That's seems like a good card. So if he plays a Morph guy, I'll probably just kill it. Or if he plays something I can kill, I'll probably just kill it as well. Ooh, War Shrieker's certainly good for him, since he can play more things. But I guess if he plays a Morph off it, I just kill it. I think I kill that Leaping Master. I probably just want to minimize damage and make our Shambling Attendance cheaper, if possible. There's a white mana, which is certainly good for our Abzan Charm, so I think we just do Scoured Barrens. And I don't want to wait till his turn to do Douse and Gloom. The main reason being well, most importantly, it opens him up to have Feat of Resistance or some other sort of trick that I may have to worry about. I can afford to take a beating from Mardu Warshrieker for a little bit, and I do have Abzan Charm online to exile fatties if I have to, so... It seems like he's just a Jeskai beatdown deck, so I feel like we have a relatively good match against that, especially if I can resolve this Shambling Attendance. I could play Abzan Charm to draw 2 and lose 2 life if I wanted to, but I think that may help him a bit too much. So let's see. I guess next turn I can play Shambling Attendance by just delving, so I think I'm going to do that. We're going to be taking a hit for 5 here, but I definitely want to leave Abzan Charm open in case I need it, in case he has some bomb fatty I need to deal with. Yes, we are taking some damage here, but he has less cards in hand, and I just don't think it's quite worth playing Abzan Charm just yet. All right, no plays is certainly good for us. Let's just drop the attendance here. And pass. Hooded Assassin can be played as a 2/3, which is nice. Seems like it would be better in this position. Okay, looks like he just hard cast it, so he's just at this point trying to build up an army, which makes sense. Ooh, that's going to be real good. Yeah, so now we just play the Archfiend, and I think we just ride that out to victory, potentially. We've got our wall set up. He's certainly in some trouble. He's got to come up with a good solution for that Archfiend pretty quick. All right, I'd say that's a pretty good solution to it. So not ideal for us, but we're still in a pretty good position here. So I could use Abzan Charm to draw. I do have some removal, which would still be good. But I kind of want to keep the Abzan Charm around until he's in a threatening position. I think I probably just play Hooded Assassin as a 2/3. The main reason being if he finds a means to deal with our Shambling Attendants, I want to have a blocker. So it just auto chose the only option, I guess. So we're still just going to chill on our Grim Contest a bit longer and attacking. We're going to refrain from doing that. Having 2 removal spells puts us in a pretty good position. We have just countless fatties to draw. Here's one. So I could morph it, but then I don't have the mana to unmorph it right away, so I think I'm actually just going to hard cast it. And actually, I think I swing with Shambling Attendants here. We're going to start the damage going. I think mostly because the Witness of the Ages is actually just a pretty good body for him to have to compete with. Having 2 answers for fatties is also very nice. I can also use Abzan Charm's distribute counters mode, which should be really good. I do want to come up with a good... All right. Warden of the Eye getting back Aerostorm is what I envision happening. Okay. That's not great for us, but certainly acceptable. Especially if he tries to use it on our Witness of the Ages. Or our Shambling Attendants, because we'll have the Abzan Charm benefit there. Okay. Let's see. I think I probably just swing with Witness here. The main reason being, if he double blocks, I have this Abzan Charm, yeah. So now we'll just pass. I have both Abzan Charm and Grim Contest up, so I kind of want to see if he attempts to use Aerostorm. I'll have Abzan Charm available to protect my guys. I do have blockers for his guys as well. I'm okay with trading a Hooded Assassin for a Mardu Scout. I'm definitely interested in him using the Aerostorm on our Witness, but we'll see if that happens or not. I definitely want him to commit to an attack here, since I can Grim Contest my tapped guy with one of his 3/3s, block another 3/3, and then I guess either probably eat his Smoldering Efreet and take 3 from the Scout, all of which would be pretty devastating to him. Let's see if he does the attack. Only 1 unknown currently in his hand. All right, no plays there. Interesting. All right, another land, not exactly what we're looking for, but kind of expected when you run 18. You do run into those situations, so let's just swing with Witness here. He's taking it once again, okay. So I think we're just going to play the land and then pass. Just continuing to get some damage in until we can find a good opportunity to... well, we're just sort of tallying up some damage against our opponent. which is definitely good for us at the moment since we're drawing a bunch of lands. All right, Valley Dasher. So I imagine he's going to commit this turn, which should be okay. It looks like he's committing to the Arrow Storm. Now, I could actually Abzan Charm in response, but I don't think I like that as much. It's not bad, but I have to think about it. So I can double pump my Hooded Assassin, which will bring it out of lethal range of Aerostorm. It also makes it a big... It might actually just be good. It completely negates his Aerostorm, but it also means I still can't block with my Hooded Assassin. I think what we're going to end up doing... I think we're going to save our guy. This also could keep him from attacking this turn, which I also don't mind. And because I have the Grim Contest, which is instant speed, my Witness of the Ages is still going to be doing some work for us. So he pretty much has to commit to this attack, yeah. So he's in a position now where he has to commit to the attack. I think what we're going to do is just, let me see how much damage we're taking. So if I Grim Contest his other 3/3, we take 3, 5, 7, which brings me to 8. I think that's still a healthy enough life total, especially since I can theoretically just... Well, I guess I can't win, but we can come pretty close to winning. So I think we're just going to do this. We're going to kill the Warden of the Eye and take 7, bringing us to 8. I think for the most part that's fairly safe. So we'll fight our 3/3s here, or his 3/3 and my 4/4. And we do take some damage, but we're still at a pretty healthy life total. Bitter Revelation, a bit dangerous, but seems like a decent opportunity to cast it. So I think I will. Crater's Claws puts us in range of a rare killing us, but not the Arrow Storm, I don't think. Well, I guess he has to. Do I want to go to 6? It's a reasonable question. I'm not sure that I do, but I guess I'm going to. This is dangerous a bit, but I kind of like the idea of getting 2 creatures here. So let's drop the Krumar. Then we only have to attack with 1 guy, which will be the Witness again. And he can't really crack into us without... I guess he could act of treason theoretically, but I still don't think we're dead to that. Torrent Elemental. Whenever it attacks, tap all creatures defending player controls. Yeah, it's pretty good mythic, definitely. I think we're just going to have to... Well, I guess one nice thing, we're taking care of Valley Dasher, and we're going to be able to crash back for pretty good damage here, so that's the good news. Woolly Loxodon. Well, I think we have to crash in with everything, and he's going to have to do some blocks, because, I mean, he's going to tap all of our guys anyway, so let's just crash in with team. Guess this, he could, I think he has lethal, but I guess he doesn't really. Well, maybe he does have lethal. I didn't do the math. I mean, I don't really have a choice regardless. I do have to attack with everything, but I guess he can't block with the... Yeah, he dies if he does. He did have to lose the Mardu Scout. Okay, that's one good thing. But now we are dead to a burn spell, which is an issue, of course, but we're going to play the Woolly Loxodon Morph and the Tuscalocodon. This does bring him to a fairly low life total as well, but Um, Torn Elemental plus any burn spell at this point, we are going to die. So it could be that the I guess we're going to die to active treason. So this, well, we die to active treason regardless. So I guess that doesn't matter. But definitely close either way. We died to active treason because he just steals the creature and attacks. Yeah, all right. So we did take that game. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't an extremely close game. That was very, very close. We do have to come up with a good strategy for his guys. I do think Ancestral Vengeance is probably pretty good against him since it gives us a better blocker while simultaneously weakening his guys. We did see a couple X1s. I kind of want to bring some more bears in. The only issue with that is I can end up in situations where I don't, like I almost want this Dreadmaw. I feel like this seems really good in this match. Maybe the Dreadmaw is just the ideal sideboard. It also really works well with Grim Contest and the Kin Tree Invocation. I almost want to take out Bitter Revelation because I don't know if I can afford to take life loss in this match. Maybe I take out Bitter Revelation and then I also take out Shambling Attendance, even though Attendance worked well for us there. And then I bring in perhaps another bear. I like it more than the Kin Tree Warden, even though Warden is a warrior. I could do Return to the Earth because it deals with his mythic, but we have other ways to deal with his mythic. The Reach of Shadows is another way to do that. And I kind of want to just lower my curve and bring in more stuff to trade early. Because I think that's going to work better for us. So I think I am going to bring in the Smoke Teller. And yeah, I like this. We lower our curve slightly and don't really sacrifice the power level of our stuff because we still have these really powerful, 7 drops essentially. I could even cut Raider Spoils for more creatures, but I guess I'm starting to run low. I could cut Raider Spoils maybe for the Ancestral Vengeance. Give this card a try, see what I think of it. I do like Raider Spoils. It doesn't seem all that good in this matchup. I'm going to cut Raider Spoils. I'm think as much as I love that card, I don't think it's that great in this matchup. I'm going to take the Ancestral Vengeance because I do think that card can do some good work for us. Give us a better blocker, give us a better attacker, kill one of his guys theoretically, or weaken it, both of which are fine. So we'll try this out. Here in round 2, we have all of our colors. Kin Tree Invocation's a bit worrisome since it's not an actual creature, but I like the Dowsing Gloom. This is kind of a risky keep. I think I am going to do it, though. Like I said, it's a risky keep, but I'm hopeful that we can draw a creature. I just like the idea of having all my colors, I think. It's definitely a hand that could punish me with a bunch of land draws, but I'm willing to try it. I think the Dowsing Gloom is the actual card that made it keepable, in my opinion. All right, Abzan Guide is a good card to see. Okay, I still think I probably kill the Leaping Master with the Dowsing Gloom. Ooh, Hooded Assassin is very good here. All right, I'm just going to drop the Hooded Assassin. What this does is kind of makes him want to play removal because having a 2/3 body here is just super relevant. Or maybe even pay to give flying to the Leaping Master. I do think the Abzan Guide is a very nice way to bring us back into the game as well. All right. Lotus Path Djinn, of course, very good, but we'll deal with that when we have to. Dreadmaw is actually a very good draw as well. So let me think about this. I can Douse and Gloom now, kill the Leaping Master. I can Kin Tree and get a 3/3, which isn't bad. I kind of want to minimize damage. He's got 3 cards left in hand. I can just swing with Hooded Assassin and then play Kin Tree Invocation. That way I can put some damage on him, and he's not super motivated to crack back, but that's dangerous, I guess, if he has Arrow Storm. Otherwise, I can play Abzan Guide, which does unmorph next turn, theoretically, and gets in for some... Yeah, that might actually be the... My question is, how motivated is he to kill Abzan Guide immediately? It's a good question. I don't know. I think I'm going to drop Abzan Guide. The reason being because if it lives, next turn cracking in with a 4/4 lifelink is pretty huge. Unfortunately, he has his Mythic, which is going to make things extremely difficult here, but he just happened to have it, so no reason being butthurt about it. It's just one of those things that happens. He had his Mythic, and we don't have the answer to it right now, so it's going to be a pretty challenging match at this point. I'm trying to think of, in theory, how I can come back. Well, he's going to swing with everything, so I guess Douse and Gloom now on his Leaping Master plus a Skull Hunter is okay. I could also maybe Douse and Gloom, Leaping Master plus Kin Tree Invocation. It's not bad. It gives us a 3/3, and then he cracks in with everything, and we can crack back and maybe hit him and gain some life with the Abzan Guide. It's not the worst idea. All right. I think we're going to go for that. All right, he is crashing in with everything. Torrent Elemental is quite the card, I will admit. Tap all of your opponents. Basically, all of your guys are unblockable is pretty insane, admittedly. All right, War Shrieker. I'm assuming he's got a creature follow-up, which is unfortunate, but unavoidable. On our face. All right, well, it's pretty problematic and certainly good for him. Not so good for us, as you might imagine. So go up to 10. He cracks back for 3, 5, 7, 10. Exactly lethal. Well, that's unfortunate, but like I said, unavoidable, unfortunately. So he had the ideal draw, and we just couldn't do anything about it. So I'm I'm disappointed, but he has a good deck. He's got a solid plan. Really no reason to block there, I don't think. So I'm glad that he did, since that actually helps us quite a bit. He doesn't have lethal anymore, and we theoretically can drop the Dreadmaw and sacrifice something next turn. I probably should have swung with Hooded Assassin too, but this is going to be a tough race regardless. He gets in for 7, and he drew a land, okay. The Dreadmaw, I believe, is going to keep us in this game, though. I would like to find an answer to that Torrent guy. Ancestral Vengeance. Yeah, that actually is pretty good here. So I think what we're going to do, he's got us at 7. we're going to gain 4, bring us exactly 7. So we go Ancestral Vengeance. Dreadmaw is safer, but then I have to sacrifice something. I think we Ancestral Vengeance his... As soon as I find a kill spell for that second guy, I'm going to kill it, like Reach of Shadows. I guess that's the only one I've got. So let's just weaken his best blocker, I guess. Wait, I have to read this one. Enchanted creature gets -1/-1. Okay, so we're going to make this guy weaker. We're going to make this guy stronger. We're going to get in for a bunch of damage, gain some life. And we're going to drop a Dreadmaw, which admittedly cannot block, but he does not have lethal unless he draws a Valley Dasher this turn. And he concedes the match. So really no reason for him to concede the match there, but I'm very happy that he did. So we'll see you in round 2.